Any favourite stories from the last series, from this series here, that you have? Favourite moments?
Yeah.
Loads.
Go on, tell us then, Arthur.
Well, I think a big one for us was The Girl Who Waited.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. What a performance from both of you, actually.
Yeah, we were very impressed with your performance in that.
Thanks.
Moving story.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think for Stephen's sort of brilliant and inventive mind for 1 and 2 for setting up that whole notion, and 8 as well. I loved.
It's funny, you start thinking about it, and we're actually just going to name every episode.
Yeah, okay, so we'll stop there now.
Yeah.
Any injuries? That's always a good one to do. Did you hurt yourself at any point?
I've got a scar on my hand from the TARDIS door.
That's an actual scar from the TARDIS door. Can you all see that there? That's from an actual TARDIS
suffering
door.
for his
I'm not looking for sympathy, but yeah, I know I shut the door of the TARDIS and ripped my skin off.
Yeah,
it's that's a bit lame if you ask me.
I know,
yeah.
Couldn't work for weeks. It was a nightmare.
Matt?
Well, I don't know. There was when I in the 11th hour when we were filming that. There's a moment where I put the old Sonic, David's one, in the air, and there was a pyro that was meant to go off, and I put it up and went doof, and it blew up in my hand. And that's the worst injury I've got on Doctor Who, I think.
No scars?
Yeah, and no, thankfully no scars.
Just Arthur?
There's lots of bruises, isn't there? Because you're jumping and falling and running around doors and...
Karen, do you end up getting quite physical as well?
Yeah, but I'm really graceful and agile, so I never injure myself.
Like a graceful
clumsy?
Gazelle.
Like a
praying
swan.
mantis on ice.
Gallop, yeah. Although when you were given a sword on a pirate ship and it was raining, I was like, oh no, this is going to just end a disaster. This is going to be awful. But actually, you were really impressive.
Actually, that was really fun on the pirate ship when it rains, and it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, and it was freezing cold, and then but the rain started sort of pouring down, and us three just looked at each other and just went, yes, come on.
Are there a lot of night shoots involved?
Yeah.
In Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the frowns on it. Yes. The downsides of doing Doctor Who. Let's have another clip now, if everyone's ready, and we can see another clip from Doctor Who. Or not.
Okay, Doctor, explain what is happening, please.
Mel's short for...
Melody. Yeah, I named my daughter after her.
You named your daughter after your daughter.
It took me years to find you two. I'm so glad I did. And you see? It all worked out in the end, didn't it? You got to raise me after all.
You're Melody.
But if she's Melody, that means that she's also...
Shut up, Dad. I'm focusing on a dress size.
Let's see then.
Such a great storyline. That must have been such a thrill to have been involved with this storyline.
Oh, incredible. And she is an absolute dream, Alex Kingston.
Okay, tell us what she's like to work with.
Oh, just a joy.
Funny.
Funny, flirtatious, quick.
Naughty.
Mad, you know.
Yeah.
All the things that you see in River all sort of...
And comes from her.
She's really the fourth sort of cog of the wheel.
Yeah, it's so wonderful when all 4 of us are together.
Yeah.
It's a real machine that works.
Yeah.
I can imagine she's the chief troublemaker. You say flirtatious. There was quite a lot of kissing, wasn't there, in the last series?
There was a lot of kissing. These two at it all the time.
And you kissed Alex Kingston in the last episode.
And Idris as well.
Yeah.
She gave me a kiss. A sort of kiss. Not a real kiss, but...
Many takes when you have to do these kisses?
We try and have as few takes as possible.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you just get awkward? Is it quite embarrassing and awkward between you?
I just want to forget about it.
Yeah, I've actually blocked it out of my mind.
And Arthur, how do you feel about that?
Please don't touch me. Yeah, it's weird.
That's really harsh, I'm sorry.
You not touch me, please.
Sorry.
So Alex, in real life, Alex Kingston is fun and flirtatious and a bit of a troublemaker. Do we get to see River Song again then in the next series? Do you think, or in the Christmas?
I hope so.
Yeah,
I really hope so.
Well.
Will she appear in the Christmas episode?
I don't know.
Not going to tell you anything.
No, I don't think we see River.
Or do we?
No, yeah, or do we? Or do we?
Have to watch it Christmas Day
Yeah,
to find out, I
exactly.
guess, is the thing. And you both had to be aged up in the series, didn't you?
Yeah.
How did that feel? What did it feel like to see yourself as an old person?
It's really shocking, actually. And I don't age very well, so I've decided to be a bit more healthy now. It was quite nice to take it off at the end of the night, but it's really interesting. My parents found it really strange because they were like, you should never see your child at that age.
No,
It's really weird for them.
How long were you in makeup for?
I reckon about 2 hours, 3 hours.
Wow.
Was it? Yeah, around that. Really early starts, basically.
Yeah. And Arthur, what was it like for you?
My face was quite. I was only in it for 1 day, but it was quite a big face, and it was just really. It was quite a big face. Yeah.
It was quite a narrow face, wasn't it?
It was narrow, and it was quite. My nose had definitely grown in that face more. But yeah, it's really odd looking in the mirror and seeing someone else's face, or seeing kind of an older version of your face.
Did they make your nose bigger and your ears bigger? Your earlobes?
Yeah, there were earlobes bigger, kind of hair coming out of the wrong places. You know.
Nice, coming up the nose. Oh, you're waving at all the people who are up there. Look, there's still people up on the third tier up there as well. Hi to everybody.
Hello.
Can you hear us all all right? It's okay. Yes, okay. Lots of people. They're very polite, aren't they?
Yeah, you're being very, very calm and polite. Well done.
Thanks for all coming and showing up. It's nice.
Yeah, that's better.
It's not over yet. There are more questions. This one's for Arthur. It's another question from Facebook, and it's from Matt Shotroff. How do you feel the character of Rory has changed and evolved over the course of Series 6?
I think he's become more confident and has kind of stood up for himself a bit more. You know, I don't know. I think he's been travelling with these guys for so long that it has to have affected him in some way, made him just a bit less jumpy. And you know, with that obviously comes a little bit of bitterness as well towards.
And just practically has lived for 2,000 years and become a plastic Roman.
And then become
because the
normal.
universe was rebooted.
Yeah, but he's still got the memory of that.
But he's still got the memory.
That's got to stick in your head.
So when you signed up for this, did you sign up just for 1 or 2 episodes, or were you always in there for this long run?
Well, apparently the plan was to be in it for as long as I'm in it, but I didn't know anything like that at all when I started. So I just thought I'd be in a bit of the first series, and that was it. And it was quite a surprise every time I kept getting a script and going, oh wow, this is good. I'm in this. So yeah, it's been a nice surprise.
And how would you like to see your character developing?
He's going to start working out a lot, and he's going to beef up and become a bit of a meathead, I think.
A bit of a meathead?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a gym on the TARDIS?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
There is.
Made of straw.
Does the Doctor ever go there?
Absolutely not.
What's the wardrobe department like? Or is there a wardrobe in the TARDIS as well?
In the TARDIS?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh, it's
Huge.
amazing. You've clothes from every era.
Yeah.
I've really liked seeing the TARDIS and discovering new areas to it and the
I
way it's
love
developed.
that.
I really have, because it's just been a little blue box before.
Yeah, and it's sort of wonderful to think that actually it's cavernous and constant and it keeps going and going. And I want to see the Doctor's bedroom. Where does he sleep? Does he ever sleep? Probably not. But what's in his bedroom?
What would be in his bedroom? What would you like to have in his bedroom? No, what would you like
or
in the
something
bedroom?
ridiculous.
Otters.
Yeah, something mad.
Sing him to sleep.
Yeah.
Singing otters.
Playing ukuleles and God knows. But I think.
Have we seen the kitchen?
Sorry?
Have we seen a kitchen?
I don't know that we have.
No. Does the Doctor eat? Do you ever eat?
Occasionally he eats fish fingers
Jammy
and custard.
Dodgers.
Jammy Dodgers.
Jammy Dodgers, right, okay.
But not
jelly fish fingers and custard.
Jelly, yeah.
Okay, let's see another clip now. And Amy, this is you in action.
I saw you before at the lake. I'm here. But then I forgot. How did I forget? What are you? Get back! Stay back from it.
Oh my God, what is that? Is that a mask? Is that a Star Trek thing? Ben, is that you?
Get back from it now!
Back from what, honey?
That.
Oh my God, look at that. Is that a Star Trek mask? Ben, that's gotta be you. Hang on, did I just say all that?
No, please, you've got to stay back.
Back, honey? Back from what? Oh, those lights, they never fix them.
Behind you.
Honey, there is nothing.
Just fantastic, absolutely fantastic, that episode. How many, have we got young people here? How many people had to sleep with their mums and dads that night after you saw that episode? Did you? No. Oh, you're tough. You're brave. I had like 2 of my children in bed with me for the entire night. They used to get freaked out by Doctor Who, and that hadn't happened for quite a long time. Really? So this series, yeah, was definitely darker, more scary.
I love it. I think kids love being scared, though. Do you know what I mean? I think it's part of our human nature to want to have that fear and know, even though, you know, you're scared, that it's safe. I love all this.
But I think it was darker, much darker than Doctor Who has been for a long time.
Yeah. Which, you know, but I mean, that's certainly the part of the Doctor that has always interested me. I mean, when you think, actually, if you look at the 900 years or 1,000 years probably that he's been around, think of the blood on his hands. Think of all those clerics that he's just left, or you know, he's blown up whole civilizations, you know, and that has to live within you somewhere, I think, you know.
Is that something you've tried to bring to the Doctor? Because you do seem more haunted, I think, than previous Doctors.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know. Perhaps. I think so. It's kind of definitely something that I'm interested in the Doctor, because that's why I think he's silly and funny and ridiculous. Because if he wasn't, what else is there? He'd just be depressed.
You don't want a depressed Doctor. No. Have you met up with any other Doctors recently, or had any feedback from any other Doctors?
Yeah, I saw David on Saturday, and I was at Stephen Moffat's birthday, right, on Saturday, and David Tennant was there, and Peter Davidson was there. And so Stephen Moffat was like a kid in a sweet shop. Honestly, you wanted to see him. He was smiling, and we all had a photo. And I'm sure he'll put it on Twitter. Tweet him now. He'll get really angry. Yeah. And so
could you tell who Stephen's favourite Doctor was from that encounter, by the way?
I couldn't. I'd like to think I'm in with a shot, though, Moffat, if you're watching.
Is the Doctor on Twitter? The Doctor Who, is he on Twitter?
Oh, yeah. Doctor Who, yeah, I think it is a BBC Twitter, Doctor Who.
Of course the Doctor would be on Twitter, because he's across everything now in the modern day and age.
What? No, is the Doctor the character on Twitter?
Yes.
Oh, no, he hates Twitter. I think. I mean, you know, I don't know. Everyone's got their version of the Doctor, right? I think the Doctor, in terms of modern technology, is just rubbish at it. You know, he wouldn't know what to do.
He'd just get really frustrated by it, really cross.
I think he'd find it a bit ridiculous. I'm at Gallifrey, hashtag whatever.
But he could take some great pictures of some amazing aliens.
That's true.
Right, the Silents are perhaps one of the scariest monsters created yet. Which monster from Series 6 would scare you most if you came across them, if you bumped into them in a dark alley?
I think if I bumped into one of those dolls from the doll's house.
So creepy.
I'd be really freaked out, especially if it was a doll that looks like yourself.
Did you keep one of those?
No. No, they're massive.
Were they really?
Just sit it in my bedroom.
You could have had it in your hallway, stuck it on top of your Christmas tree.
Watching you while you sleep.
That must have been quite a disturbing episode to have done.
It was weird.
Yeah. Arthur, what about you? Scary monsters?
It'd be horrible bumping into a Minotaur.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
You know, he's pretty big.
A real beast.
Yeah.
And Matt, for you? Scary monsters, super creepy?
I think it's probably got to be the Silence or the Minotaur, maybe. But then, let's think. I mean, you know, House was a pretty mean dude.